Hello again, people. It's me, Samuel Old Outdoors, and I wanted to show you something. A couple of weeks ago, a young fella got hurt in a tree stand. Well, actually, what he's trying to do was get the tree stand to bite into the tree after he was in the tree. Mistake. First thing is this. I use a pine for this reason. You see right there where that tree stand was digging in? It's actually digging into the meat of the tree, not just the bark. There's only two trees I will use, two kinds. There's a white oak and a pine. Preferably a pine for a fat man like me. But anyway, those chains right there, those mechanical chains, they're machine chains, they are not made to withstand much pressure at all in one point, like they are right here with that pin. But anyway, I saw a commercial or a video several years ago. A fellow was taking his arm and he was whacking down on this right here and showing you how these things would break. I'm sorry, that's not the proper way to show people what's going on. That's not what this is for. It's not a jungle gym. But right here, that will fail. If you see, I got rust in my chains right there. I ordered new chains. They came and I got the wrong size. I've got to go to Tractor Supply and get the right size. But anyway, those chains right there, when they're being used in a machine, they are not stressed. I bet you there's not 25 pounds of stress on either one of them for a second at a time. They'll be rolling around live pulleys and on carrier pulleys, a tension pulley, and there's not that much stress on them at any one point. Now the other thing, of course, everybody knows the manufacturer I'm talking about. They use cables on theirs. I had two of them and I got rid of them. When you see those cables start to pull out on the end, first thing is this: when you unbox that tree stand, you notice that cable at the end where that cover, how far that cover is back from the end. And after you've used that for a while, if you see that cable becoming more exposed out from under that cover or that plastic sheath, then you're going to have problems. It's either pulling out of the squeeze-on connector, or that cable is stretching and you're putting too much stress on it. There's no guarantee. I like this API better. I'm sorry that they quit making them. But that chain right there, that gives me a whole lot better feeling than any cable will. So anyway, there you have it. Make sure you check your tree stands out, and when you get in one, yeah, I've seen people, that little fella, I think he must have bounced out here on that thing to try to get it to dig into the tree. If you got to bounce for it to dig into the tree, well, you're in the wrong kind of tree, for one thing. That's why I like a pine. Now, the other thing is this too. It's not made for you to bounce in. If you have ever gotten one of these or any kind of tree stand, they come with little stirrups that you put your feet underneath to pull the tree stand up. Well, I took mine off, and I'm going to tell you why. They mount right there. If you see that little thing right there coming across, that little band coming across, you're supposed to put your feet underneath there and then pull up with those stirrups. Well, guess what? Your weight is out here. That's not where the weight is supposed to be. It's supposed to be distributed at. Right in there is where you need to put your weight, even when you're turning around in the tree stand to sit down in the seat. And when you turn around in that tree stand, you have your feet about midways. You turn around, your seat is right here. I've taken my seat off because I was using it, of course, to cut this tree with. But your seat is right here, and you have that seat pushed back, all the way back so you can climb. And then when you turn around so that you don't have to put your feet all the way out here on that platform like that to get in your seat, you pull that seat up under your rear end and sit down in it softly. Then, after you sit down, then you can take your feet and just sort of push down on it just lightly to make sure it's dug into the tree. For the most part, it'll be dug in anyway. A 150-pound man, if you're in the right kind of tree, it is not coming out of that tree. You don't want to put it in poplar. You don't want to put it in a red oak. I've tried a red oak before and I about busted my big can out of one. So for me, a pine or a white oak is what I use. Of course, that's up to the individual. A lot of places that's not available. But anyway, there you have it. Once again, I hope you folks have a safe hunting season. I don't want to see anybody get hurt in a tree stand. Most of the time, it's just like I said, when I was a lineman, the people that got hurt was because they made dumb mistakes. Lots of times you only get one chance. So anyway, don't make a dumb mistake. Enjoy your hunting season and do what I said. Keep that weight distributed midway on that bottom platform.